Hi, everyone. It's Mrs. Snyder. We're going to talk about rude, mean, and bullying today and the difference between them. You're going to watch the video and answer some questions, and then you have a worksheet that the sub will give you to answer some more scenarios and see how you can do. All right, so is it bullying? When someone does something unintentionally hurtful and they do it once, that's rude. Okay. If they do it intentionally, like on purpose, hurtful, and then they do it once, that's being mean. But when somebody does something on purpose and they keep doing it, that is bullying, especially when you tell them to stop or show them you're upset and they continue, that's bullying. So in your student handbook, there is actually some definitions of this. So if you look in your student handbook, you can also see the definitions of these things. So let's talk about the difference, okay? So the activity, we're going to go through each scenario. We're going to determine, is it rude, mean, or bullying? And what other information do we need to figure it out? And how can we support that person? So first of all, we have Kayla. She tells Mackenzie that she can't sit with her on the bus today because she's saving the seat for a girl from her social studies class. So you're going to answer, do you think it's rude, mean, or bullying? This is actually, this is actually none of the above. It's not any of those things. It is perfectly okay for someone to say, you can't sit with me today because I'm saving my seat for someone else. It's not being rude and it's not being mean. Okay. Unless they say it in a mean way, it's really none of those things. People are allowed to choose that. Next scenario. Lucas tells Damien that he can't play with the Legos because he is the worst builder in the whole first grade. And you're going to choose rude, mean, or bullying. What do you think? This one is, he said you're the worst builder, so that was mean. Okay. And he's telling him he just can't play it. And it's not bullying. This is a one-time deal. Okay. We would need more information to determine whether this is bullying. But for now, I would say just mean. All right. Talia makes plans to go to the school dance with her new friend, Gwen. Katie tells Talia that if she hangs out at the dance with Gwen, that everyone will think she's a total weirdo and no one will like her anymore. At lunch that day, Katie convinces everyone that it would be really funny to laugh out loud when Talia approached the lunch table. So rude, mean, or bullying. This one's actually on the border between mean and bullying. There are multiple instances here. She tells Talia something, and then she also has the group do something, laugh out loud in public space. So this is on the border between mean or bullying. So either one could be considered correct here. All right, Devin and David are friends in school. They had an argument. Devin called David a name, and David shoved him out of his way. So as far as we can tell, they're friends. They're getting in an argument and they're mad at each other, and this is mean. So as far as we know, this isn't a repeated thing. They happen to be in a fight, so this would be considered mean. All right, Maggie's making fun of the fact that Jesse hangs out with the boys at recess and wears long basketball shorts to school every day. In gym class, Maggie told her to go play on the boys' team, and the day before in homeroom, she wrote the words, "You're so gay," on Jesse's desk. Rude, mean, or bullying? This one is actually bullying because there are repeated things you can see the day before, words like that. So let's pause and we'll try some other scenarios. All right, now we have some video clips, and I'm going to show you the video, and then we're going to identify the behavior as rude, mean, or bullying. So here's video one.
I'm Matilda. Lavender.
I'm Hortensia.
Hi. She doesn't really hit children with that riding crop, does she?
No, it's mostly for scare. What she does is worse. Like yesterday, the second grade, The Trunchbull makes a weekly visit to every classroom to show the teachers a thing or two about handling kids. And Julius Routwinkle ate 2 M&Ms during her lesson.
And she caught him?
Of course.
Was Julius okay?
After being thrown out the window? Of course he wasn't okay. He lived, if that's what you mean.
The Trunchbull used to be in the Olympics. Shot put, javelin, hammer throw.
The hammer.
All right, so think about, what do we think? This is mean behavior. So the Trunchbull wanted to hurt the boys. So this was intentional, and she did. This is an individual event, but we know from watching the movie Matilda, she is actually a bully because she does things over and over again. All right, here is the second video here.
Look at my iPod. Oh, wouldn't you think you would have stopped and apologized? Help me up.
All right, so this guy drops all of his stuff, and people just keep on walking, and they step on his stuff. Maybe not intentionally. So that is rude. So what the other kids did in the hall wasn't nice, but they didn't intend to hurt him. So that is rude. All right, here's another. All right, so in that, there was bullying happening for sure. So the older girls, they were on purpose trying to hurt the younger girl, and they continued to do it over and over again. All right, so the last thing that you're going to do is you've got some scenarios on a paper. I think there's 7. So you're going to either work by yourself or you can work with a partner, and you're going to, for each scenario, read it and then determine, is it rude, mean, or bullying? What other information do you maybe need to make a determination of which one it is? And then how do you support that person? Like, how could you help them? All right, and then you can hang on to that paper. I do not need that turned in. And then make sure you submit this video and the questions that I asked. So have a good day. I'll see you next time.